Hello everyone, my name is Hamna Mariyam Khan, 2017 batch of the Indian Foreign Service, currently Consul, Commerce, Press, Information and Culture at Consulate General of India, Jeddah. I'm only 3 years young in the Indian Foreign Service, and hence my experience also would be that short. However, I would like to share a few snippets of my 3 years of experience in the Indian Foreign Service. So as all of you know, the 3 months of our training is in Mussoorie. After that, we go to our respective schools or academies. So the Foreign Service Officer trainees go to Sushma Swaraj Institute of Foreign Service in New Delhi. The training is for a span of 6 months. It is extremely enriching, and we were very lucky to also be part of major multilateral summits like ASEAN and International Solar Alliance that happened during that period. So it was extremely enriching for us officer trainees to play a small role in that. Also, we have Bharat Darshan, Army Attachment and State Attachment, which are very crucial in those respective areas to understand more about the country, its military, and also how states function. After that, we proceed to our respective missions according to the language, the CFL that one chooses. So I chose the French language, and hence I, along with 4 other batchmates, went to Paris. So we were in Embassy of India, Paris for 1.5 years. Basically, we had to go to a university, learn the French language, and also along with that work in the Embassy of India, Paris. So I was in the Commerce division. So while in Paris, it was extremely enriching because I think language training is really important for a foreign service officer, because only with the acquisition of a language you understand the country further. Basically, when you open up yourself to a new language, it's like opening yourself up to the culture, the traditions and the nitty-gritties, the sophistication of each country. So it was a great experience for all of us. Along with that, we also worked in the embassy, and in the embassy there was this extremely memorable moment for, I'm sure, for all of us, because we were extremely fortunate to be part of major VVIP visits. So one is the Vice President's visit, then the Defense Minister's visit, and also very importantly the Prime Minister's visit. It was both a bilateral and multilateral visit, so there were both components. And the multilateral visit was part of the G7 in Biarritz. So it's high octane when these visits happen, and we were extremely fortunate to learn both the protocol part and the substantive part. So that actually is a great memory. And another memorable moment is being part of multilateral bodies. So I was very fortunate to represent India in few of these meetings in the OECD and in Paris Club. So that was a great moment. And I was also fortunate to go to Slovenia for the President's visit. I was part of the larger team, and that was again another memorable moment. Now, as Consul, Commerce, Press, Information and Culture in Jeddah, I deal with the commercial aspect, so the bilateral trade and investment between Saudi and India, and also promoting culture. So it has been a huge learning experience in Saudi Arabia. It has been 6 months for me here. So India and Saudi have had historical relationship. and the bilateral element of it is all the more growing as time passes, and we are looking at fostering this relationship with more and more ties in investment and trade. Apart from that, I can't call it memorable because since the times are really bad, the times are very, very desperate, and in these times the repatriation exercise as I'm speaking is going on, and this has been an opportunity like no other to bond with our diaspora. We have like 2.5 million strong Indian diaspora, and this has been an opportunity to like consulate and embassy have always been very close to the Indian diaspora, but this has been like no other, and we are very proud of our job here, really working up close with the Indian community, the strong Indian community here. As far as job mobility goes, I think as an officer, a civil service officer, one need not even worry about it. We all are generalist services where there is enough room for specialization, and it's all about how one would want to mold oneself to the future. So the growth is amazing, it's untold, and the potential is really high. So whatever one likes, whatever one's passion is, one can mold oneself in that way, be it climate financing or be it international trade, or specializing in an area or a language. So it's not like 3 or 4 specializations that I just spoke about. It's about you creating your own specialization according to your passion. So I would again say that it is a beautiful service, and people who like these ideas, who like the cerebral part of the service, would really be attracted to it. So I wouldn't say all of you should choose the Indian Foreign Service, but those who really like what the Foreign Service offers, for those whose passions align with the characteristics of Indian Foreign Service, I'm sure you would not regret it at all. So welcome to the tribe. I wish all of you all the best, Godspeed. I'm sure all of you have worked so hard, and it's just one more step, and I'm sure you guys will do very well. All the best. Take care.